Hey everybody, how we doing today? So welcome to an All About the Bait Key West kayak fishing giveaway video. Massive one. So starting off, I'm celebrating my 15,000th order through the AllAboutTheBait.com website there. And that person is Karen Langley. You are my 15,000th customer. So every 5,000 orders, I've been kind of doing a little giveaway. So I'm going to be sending you an All About the Bait baseball hat, basically the one I'm wearing here. Also a All About the Bait embroidered fishing hat. Got the All About the Bait matching mask to go with it. And also one of my new All About the Bait Go Fishing key tags there as well. So that's coming out to you. A huge thank you to you. And also a huge thank you to the other 14,999 customers that have bought something through the store. But wait, there's more. Well, there's also some other more coming. But I've been doing my textbooks and my Amazon, eBay, Esky Rods, where I got my tackle there, and the KudaTube.com website have actually surpassed my All About the Bait store. So you can basically double those numbers. So pretty incredible. Definitely keeping me busy, sometimes a bit too busy. Every one of these orders, the 14,950 All About the Bait orders, were all items that I'm able to just grab here in my warehouse. Boom, boom, boom. I pack them up, I label them, drive them down to the post office, the FedEx, UPS store, and drop them off. Basically, if you order something before noon, I ship it out the same day. And on bad weather days when it's 15 knots or higher and I'm not fishing, I'll go as late as like 3 or 4 o'clock and drop those orders same day. So very fast shipping there, but that's part of the game. Now I just got to make sure I'm cutting out enough time for me to go fishing, because that's the most important part. But to everybody who's bought something, a huge thank you to you guys. Now on to part number 2. Next up, we've got the Product Testers Group giveaway. Now, the Product Testers Group is basically a subdivision off of my Patreon. So the Product Testers Group are basically my Patreon supporters from $5 to $19. I take 10 people out of that group and I send off whatever the product of the month is. Then the people that are in the $20 or higher, I just automatically send whatever the product of the month is, and that's basically how that grouping works. Then my Patreon, what that is, Patreon is a way for you guys to support the Key West Kayak Fishing channel by you do these kind of monthly donations, and then from those I get the Product Testers Group. Now that pool of money from the Patreon, what it is that if I lose something, I break something, corrosion eats something, or I just want to try something new, I have that pool of money there. I don't have to think about it, worry about it. I just go out and buy what I need, and it makes things so much easier for me. I don't have to think about it, worry about it. It's just boom, and I'm back on the water and fishing again. It's been a huge factor in making life a lot easier. Now, on the flip side of it is if I don't necessarily need anything that much, or I don't spend all that money, I don't funnel it to my Hooker and Coke fund there. I shift it and invest it in my All About the Bait web store here. And that allows me to buy more of stuff so I don't run out as fast, or invest it into new merchandise. And that really helps me out as well. So to my Patreon and my Product Testers Group, it's a huge thank you there. So I owe for the months of November, December, January, February, and then I'm going to cheat, and I'm also going to do partially for the month of March. So let's get to it. All right, so we've got a selection of all new merchandise here. Some of it is posted on the website and is at Esky Rods. Some of it has not been, but will be up shortly. Also, a lot of this merchandise kind of reflects the shift for my 2023. So you'll see the merchandise selection shift a bit, as well as the QS kayak fishing videos are going to shift a little bit for the new year. But I'll have a video down the road that'll explain that, as well as the official product release videos for all of this merchandise. But that's kind of why the product testers group, you guys are going to get it a little bit earlier. So starting off for the month of November, I am the spoon guy. Bam! I've got a few different kinds of spoons here. I did spoons for a while there. I did some videos on it. But since I wasn't selling it at the moment, I hadn't had them yet, I kind of laid back on them. But I really wanted something for mackerels. And that's kind of what these spoons are geared towards. But they're also used on other types of fishing, including freshwater. But that's kind of how I have them listed on the side as mackerel spoons. So I've got basically three kinds. First off is I've got these. These are 1/2 ounce wobble spoons. Primarily I wanted to get these for the guys, the bridge guys, the shore fishing, but also they'll be used if you're chumming and you start seeing the Spanish or Ciros cutting through your chum line. Fast moving, far casting, 1/2 ounce, launch them a mile, rip them back, wobbly, shiny, sparkly. We'll get those mackerels to bite very quickly there. Also for offshore, if you start getting into those bait busting pods where their bonitos and tunas are busting on the baits, you can launch these guys out there. Same thing, a lot of distance, smaller profile, 2.5 inches there, matches the hatch of those smaller baits. So that's a great option there. Next up, we've got these guys. These are just a sampling. I got other color options, but these are a classic kingfish trolling lure. These are old school that the commercial fishermen still use. They're called a drone spoon. Very basic, all right? Uncomplicated, about as basic as you can go. I'll be doing a video explaining these a little bit better, but you basically tie these on, run a swivel up front there. They've got that rear hook on it, and they were perfect for those commercial guys that are just lining them in, pull them in, drop them in the cold box, get that lure back out, pull the other one in, and just pulling in the tonnage. But a very popular old school lure. You just don't find these out very often, but I know that they're very popular. I know the commercial guys still use them. So if you're out trolling and you want to get the kingfish, Spanish, even bonita, really like these as well. These guys are perfect for that circumstances there. And then last of the spoons is I've got the good old classic spoon. It doesn't get more spoony than these guys. So these are more known for like a redfish, sea trout on the flat spoons there. They've got the little wire there, so they're weedless. Just extremely old school, very effective. Wanted to kind of bring these back, make these more accessible, just like the drone spoon. Just like a lot of my stuff I sell there. They're the classic, old school, always worked, but they're just not promoted very much because they're old school. And the new manufacturers want new and shiny and never seen before and guaranteed the newest lure on the market type of stuff, the ICAST stuff basically. But that pushes these guys away where you can't find them. But I wanted to bring those back because they're a classic lure. So I'm going to be giving out a selection of these to my November's group. All right, so for the month of December, we're talking vertical jigs. Now, not these vertical jigs. These are my old classic ones. I've been selling these forever. They're packaged together as a DIY kit. So you would have these bare bones jigs, and then I would sell the assist hook accessories all as one unit, and you basically paint, decorate your jigs yourself, hand tie your assist hooks, and you make your own rig there. And that's kind of what I've been selling. However, the vertical jig market is very kind of complex in that there is so many varieties out there right now. It's kind of a hot topic out there. There's a big scene to like the slow pitch and all these different types of jigging. And I don't really buy into it that much. But on the sales side of it, it's kind of a necessary. And for the month of 2023, I wanted to kind of invest into it and get my kind of section going there. So far this year, I've done 2 runs. I've got a bunch of different kind of butterfly styles. We've got the kind of the knife jig styles. I got these basic, a little bit thicker ones there. More of a standard styles. I've got these new cool high-tech squid head jigs there with a squid trailer and the dual assist hooks on there. So I've got those there. So I've got a bunch of different colors and sizes. So I'm just I'm going to do about 5 or 6 different runs of these to get a really good selection. And then I might start delving into my own custom ones. But again, when I do a video, I'll kind of explain all of that. But I'm also doing more assist hooks because I also want to do all the accessories. I'm selling the jigs separately so that you could match it up with the type of assist hook, sizes, types. All these are different kinds. I have my DIY ones as well, so you can kind of mix and match and put together what you want. So that's my way of trying to make it so it's not just buy something because I tell you to and you never know why. This is kind of, you have to kind of learn about it as well. But I'm going to be giving away one of these vertical jigs for my December customers there. But otherwise, you can check these out on the website. And then I've also got them loaded up at the Esky shop as well. So for the month of December, vertical jigs. All right, for the month of January, now I've already did one giveaway for the other version of these, but we are going to be doing the All About the Bait 1/8 ounce bucktail bonefish jigs. Bam! So I've already done a run of 1/4 ounce, which are the plain, unpainted, just the bonefish jigs. Then I've got the painted head with the weed guards on them. And then I've got the full bucktail all in the 1/4. And I did giveaways back in, I don't know, prior months there. But now I've got the 1/8 ounce version, so it's a lighter weight. This one I built for me, okay? And the reason for that is better presentation, closer ranges. So fishing on my kayak, I can get a lot closer than most can on a full-size flat boat. So my shots are all within 15 feet or so, maybe 20 foot at the most, but everything's really close. So I needed something that has a very, very slight presentation when it hits the water. Nothing with a bigger splash because that'll just spook them out. And as well as I fish on a lot of flat, calm, skinny water, so you just, presentation's everything. And that 1/8 ounce is just a huge need, so I definitely wanted these, and that is what I've got built here. Beautiful, beautiful, the 1/8 ounce bucktails. The bucktails, the bonefish jigs have been just selling like crazy. Back history of that is when I went around, you could not find, this took me over 3 years to get done, but back 3 years ago, it took me going from Key West to Marathon. You could not find a bonefish jig in any of the tackle shops. I actually finally had to drive all the way to Marathon, the yellow tackle box, and they had three packages, and that was it. And that's the only ones I could find from all the shops from Key West to Marathon in the Middle Keys to find a bonefish jig in Key West, the bonefish capital of the United States. And that was incredible to me. So I started that process, and it took a lot longer because designing these things, I had to design my own hooks. There's 2 different sizes or styles. There's the straight, standard, flat head, and then I also did a custom 30-degree hook head bonefish jig, so that was my own personal touch. But because of that, I had to do my own custom hooks and then design the jig heads as well, the lead portions of it. Then I wanted my own custom heavy-duty weed guards on them, just not weed guards for the sake of saying you have weed guards, but they don't do anything because they're super flexible, but some serious weed guards that will protect it from weeds. You could drag it through and it won't get stuck there. My own colors, my own designs there, and then all the different variables of unpainted, painted with the eyes and the weed guard, and then a bucktail version as well. And sound like crazy, very happy I did. They're extremely popular, and I just released these 1/8 ounce not too long ago, and the guys down in Key West are super happy about them. They're very popular there. So for the month of January, I'm going to be sending out samples of the 1/8 ounce bucktail. Alright, so the month of February. Now this is an item out of everything I sell. This item is the only one that I can guarantee you will make you a better fisherman and improve your chances of catching. I'll guarantee you it'll improve your chances of catching and improving your catches. And it's the only one, and I can guarantee it, and there's nothing else on the market that's going to be better than this. And that is these guys, the All About the Bait key tags. And what makes them so incredibly great? Bam! Go fishing! A reminder to go fishing, because that is really the best way, the only way to really improve your fishing skills is just get out there and fish. Gain experience, you gain knowledge, and you become a better fisherman. So I had these made up there. They've got the All About the Bait Tarpon logo on the one side and a Go Fish reminder. So every time you grab your keys, boom, no excuses. You want to be a fisherman, you got to go fishing. Also, I added on, and this is going to be a companion to my vertical jigs, especially since they're kind of, you have to kind of assemble yourself, is these little guys. And what these are just little miniature split ring pliers. So they'll allow you to kind of wind the little split rings onto your lures or flies or whatever you're doing there. And that'll come in handy as a little kit there. So I'll be sending out those for the month of February. Alright, the month of March. Now March isn't even done yet, so I really can't officially give out because March hasn't completed yet. But what I'm going to do for March is, just since I'm sending stuff out and it's been kind of 4 months since I did my last one, I am going to send out to my $20 tier and higher, since they're pretty consistent on every month. I'm just going to send out a March product ahead of time, and then I'll just have to do the 10 random picks from my $5 to $19 later on. But for the month of March, I am going to be giving away, bam, the All About the Bait bonefish jigs in the 1/8 ounce, in the unpainted, and the painted heads only, not the bucktails. They're a little bit different in that they still work with the Esky shrimp, but you have to trim them down by one, or actually the main section and 1/2 of the back section. Cut those two off, so 2 sections off, and then you just basically get the stubby tail, and then it works perfectly in regards to floating down, landing flat, and then bouncing evenly. If you rig them with the full 3-inch Esky shrimp, when they land, they're not heavy enough, and then they'll roll over on their side, especially the 30-degree angle one. They'll just boonk on their side, and that's not good. But if you cut off those 2 sections, then that's weighty enough, and then boom, it sits up beautiful. It's not a lot nicer presentation for those smaller shrimp that are out there. Then I'm also going to add with that is these guys, because this will be something I'm going to be adding, is the hooks that I use for the 1/4 ounce and the 1/8 ounce bonefish jigs. These are my custom hooks that I designed specifically for these bonefish hooks. But what also they're made for is rigging shrimp, a dead shrimp basically. So when you're bone fishing or permit fishing, you've got your shrimp on there. Usually you just get whatever hook you can, and you just kind of put it through the head, put it through the tail, put a little split shot and cast it out there. But there's a way that you can rig these through the tail side if you have a long shank hook. And these are perfect for it, the 1/8 inch or the 1/4 ounce ones, depending on the shrimp size that you're using. And you can rig it so it pegs them perfectly, goes from the tail side out the side of the main tail section out there, and allows them to lay perfectly straight. And then when you cast it out, your presentation's a lot better. So with the plain ones, for the guys that want to cut and, paint and tie your own, I'll have the plain ones, but then I'm also going to do the just the hooks as well, so for the people that you can use them for rigging your own shrimp as well. So that'll be for the month of March. And I'll be doing videos on how to do those as well as I do the official release for them. Alright, so that is the product testers giveaway for November, December, January, February, and early March. But like always, I always want to give a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters. Makes a massive difference to the channel, the All About the Bait store, and me in general. So thank you guys very much. Also to my All About the Bait store customers, all 15,000 of you guys. Thank you guys for the support as well. It's just incredible how these last couple of years have been going. So thank you very much. I'm investing it all wisely. Any dollar I get in goes a dollar right back out, bringing new merchandise. Heads up, give me a couple weeks to get all of these items out. I'm just wrapping up sending 700 plus pieces to Amazon as my replenishment. The product testers group is going to be right around 200 pieces there. I still have to do every day my All About the Bait and my eBay and all that other stuff. So it's very time consuming here. Getting orders in every day. I've got 500 shirts I need to fold, put away. These are all my replenishment for the bonefish jigs in the plains. 2,000 hooks there, 2,000 jig heads. So those I've got to get counted and put away as well. So a lot of work to be done, and I haven't fished in 2 weeks. Now part of that was because of all this stuff, but then a week and a half we've been having just a lot of winds, but it's going to be calming down here, so I definitely want to get out on the water since that's what all this is about. So anyways, again, thank you guys for the support, and I will see you next video. Bye.